The British government has just reported that 90% of crypto firms lack fraud and money laundering safeguards. And so in this video, we're going to look at why only 14% of firms have successfully managed to register for crypto licenses. Hi everybody and welcome again to the latest episode of Into Crypto with me, Chris Kenyon. Now in today's video, we're going to be looking at why the UK's FCA, that's the Financial Conduct Authority, which are basically an arm of the government, have rejected 90% of crypto firms. This is applications to basically do business in the UK, and they're knocking back 9 out of 10 applications for one reason or another. So, as always, guys, let's jump straight into this article, see what we can learn. We probably won't get through it all, but then we'll comment on it. So, in a bid to make the UK a global leader in Web3 and crypto innovations, financial regulators are increasing oversight on crypto firms. A recent report from the FCA revealed alarming statistics. 90% of crypto firms applying for registration were rejected. The primary issue? A lack of robust precautions against money laundering and fraud. This marks a significant concern as regulators focus on protecting the integrity of the UK's growing crypto sector. The FCA has been crystal clear. Firms must be more prepared to meet the strict regulatory requirements if they want to operate legally. This announcement is aimed not just at crypto firms, but also at consultants and trade associations in the industry, urging them to improve their compliance measures. They also go on to say that one of the biggest challenges noted by the FCA is the poor quality of submissions. And I'm not going to read it all through because I don't want to bore you, but another point that they make that's quite important is that as more young adults in the UK invest in crypto, the NHS has raised concerns about crypto trading addiction. With around 23.9 million crypto holders expected in the UK by 2025, the rise in addiction cases has become a pressing public health issue. And so to really understand what's going on in this article and what they're actually trying to report on, we have to look beyond the regulatory perspective. And I think there are several additional interesting aspects of this article. So one of them being the high rejection rate seems pretty obvious because they keep saying it. But the fact that 90% of crypto firms were either rejected or withdrew their applications because they knew they were going to get rejected highlights a significant gap between the crypto industry and regulatory expectations. It also raises, in my opinion, questions about whether the crypto industry is underprepared or not ready for this level of scrutiny that's now being imposed by regulators. And it also shows just how challenging it can be for startups, smaller crypto firms, to actually meet stringent compliance standards, because we've only had the big exchanges like Coinbase that have actually managed to gain this license. It's the big boys. And although I didn't read it right to the end of the article, it does cover sort of global implications for crypto. And so at the end of this article, it noted that the UK isn't alone in intensifying its regulatory scrutiny. It points to countries like India, who are also cracking down on crypto firms with strict AML and KYC regulations. Know your customer. So we could be seeing a kind of broader global movement by governments towards regulating the crypto space. I think we're going to get more governments talking to each other, and it suggests that firms that are operating across borders are probably going to face similar challenges in multiple jurisdictions. So for crypto enthusiasts anyway, this global alignment, if they get it together in regulation, can make it easier to understand what compliance standards are required across different regions, because they're all going to be trying to kind of read from the same page. Another reason we might be seeing so many rejections and withdrawals is that, which is kind of an obvious statement, but it's that the crypto market is not mature. It's in its infancy. Crypto in general is in its infancy. We like to think that Bitcoin is the granddaddy, but in reality, it's over a decade. 14 years old. So it's not by traditional standards, it's a baby, So, but this FCA, with them focusing on compliance and security, coupled with the introduction of the advertising rules that they've been out with for a while, could push the UK crypto market towards greater maturity, which is a good thing for crypto because it means access for more people in the UK, more businesses, more institutional investors. As we get more regulation becomes involved. I know we don't like to think about regulation in crypto. We like to think that the government will just leave us alone. That's not a reality, though. The government are going to get involved because there's money to be made. It's taxable. So the government's not going to just let us do what we want, And as more regulations come into play for users, it'll mean that, basically it'll lead to more robust, well-established companies start to operate in this space, and it'll reduce the prevalence of what we call fly-by-night operators. And it'll create an opportunity for the UK to become a safer, more sustainable, if you will, if that's the right word, crypto environment for the long term. Now, there were 90% of firms either got rejected or withdrew, but the fact that 70% of firms chose to withdraw their applications before they actually got a decision from the FCA is, in my opinion, quite intriguing. It's quite interesting that they've decided to do this. And it might reflect the reality that many firms are not yet prepared to meet the FCA's strict standards. So they may have realised this. They could actually be, a kind of a warning signal for users that a large proportion of the crypto companies that have been considered engaging with, or that users have considered engaging with, are currently unable to meet basic regulatory requirements by the government. So this might raise some concerns about the overall quality of the market by people, especially new people coming into crypto, and even more especially new companies coming into crypto. And I just wonder if a lot of the companies have got together. I'm not sure how legal this would be, but if they've kind of got together, all of them, and just said, let's withdraw en masse together and send a message to the British government or to the FCA saying that this is too strict, it's, sort of stifles innovation or whatever it is that they want, and kind of cause a problem for the FCA, maybe. I'm not sure that's happened. Again, it's pure speculation on my part. And it's the government's job to balance innovation, especially in a fast-moving space like crypto, with this need for regulation to protect consumers and protect companies and investors. So the tighter that they make these controls, arguing that they're protecting users, whilst they do all that, and that may be true, it also runs this risk of slowing down innovation and slowing down the rate, especially the rate that companies can grow, crypto companies. And crypto moves at a lightning pace, and it's global. So this is interesting because it poses a potential trade-off between greater safety and fewer choices, or slower innovation in crypto products and services. And probably the most interesting part about this article is the mention of youth and crypto culture. This mention of the NHS's concerns about crypto addiction, particularly among younger adults, provides this kind of interesting intersection between finance, mental health, digital culture, if you will. And so as the demographic of crypto users skews sort of younger, it'll be interesting to see how the rise in trading, for example, is being linked to behavioural issues maybe in society for those people that are into crypto. So this to me is kind of an indication that for some people, crypto isn't just an investment tool or a way to make money, which is what a lot of people see it as, but it's actually part of a broader cultural phenomenon with risks that that go beyond financial loss. I think a lot of people don't realize that, you know, we just see it as a monetary, you know, as a financial thing, but it can go beyond that if it gets out of hand. And so that's what's so interesting about this particular article and many that I cover, is that, you know, these elements deepen the conversation about how regulation can reshape the future of crypto in the UK, not only for users, but also for the broader crypto ecosystem. That's what I've got for you today, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click on that notifications bell so that you don't miss out on any future updates. And I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.